Hi everyone. Welcome to English is Easy. Today we're practicing IELTS speaking part 1 topic, neighbors. In this video, you'll get 3 different versions of answers, including a Band 9 style version. Alright, let's start. Now we will listen to version 1.
Let's talk about neighbors and neighborhood. Do you like your neighbors?
Yes, I do. My neighbors are quite friendly and respectful. We greet each other when we meet, and they're always willing to help if needed, like collecting packages when I'm not home or sharing information about local events.
Are neighbors usually close to each other in your country?
It really depends on where you live. In smaller towns and rural areas, neighbors tend to be quite close and look out for each other. However, in big cities, like where I live, people are often more private and keep to themselves, although they're still polite and courteous.
What is your neighborhood like?
My neighborhood is quite pleasant and family-oriented. It has tree-lined streets with a mix of apartment buildings and houses, several parks nearby, and good local amenities like grocery stores, cafes, and a community center. It's relatively safe and quiet, which I really appreciate.
Do you think your neighborhood is a good place for children?
Yes, I think it's an excellent place for children. There are several playgrounds and green spaces where kids can play safely, and the schools in the area have good reputations. The streets aren't too busy with traffic, and there's a real sense of community among families.
How could your neighborhood be improved?
I think it could benefit from better public transportation connections, as the nearest subway station is quite far. It would also be nice to have more cycling lanes to encourage eco-friendly transport, and perhaps a few more restaurants or entertainment options for young people.
Do you think it is important to have a good relationship with your neighbors?
Absolutely, I think it's very important. Having good relationships with neighbors creates a sense of security and community. In emergencies, you know you can rely on each other, and it simply makes daily life more pleasant when you can exchange friendly greetings and feel comfortable in your own home environment.
Now we will listen to version 2.
Do you like your neighbors?
Generally speaking, yes. I'm quite fortunate to have people living around me who are very considerate and quiet. We don't necessarily spend a lot of time together, but we always exchange pleasantries when we cross paths in the hallway or the driveway, which creates a very welcoming atmosphere.
Are neighbors usually close to each other in your country?
It really depends on the setting. In smaller towns or rural areas, there is often a very tight-knit community where everyone knows each other's business. However, in major metropolitan areas like Toronto, people tend to be a bit more reserved and value their privacy, so the relationships are usually more cordial than close-knit.
What is your neighborhood like?
I live in a fairly tranquil residential area. It's a very green neighborhood with plenty of mature trees and local parks, which I find incredibly rejuvenating. While it's primarily a quiet area, it's still well connected to the downtown core, so I have the best of both worlds, peace at home and easy access to the city.
Do you think your neighborhood is a good place for children?
Absolutely. It's a very safe and family-oriented environment with several highly rated schools and playgrounds within walking distance. There are always families out for walks in the evenings, which gives the area a very wholesome and secure feel that is ideal for raising kids.
How could your neighborhood be improved?
That's an interesting question. While I love the greenery, I think the local infrastructure could be enhanced by adding more dedicated bike lanes. Currently, the roads are quite narrow, and it can feel a bit hazardous for cyclists. Improved cycling paths would definitely encourage more people to opt for eco-friendly transport.
Do you think it is important to have a good relationship with your neighbors?
Without a doubt. Having a positive rapport with the people living next door is essential for a sense of security. It's always helpful to have someone you can trust to keep an eye on your property when you're away, or to lend a hand in an emergency. Beyond that, it simply makes the living environment much more harmonious.
Now we will listen to version 3.
Do you like your neighbors?
Yes, I'm very fond of them. They're friendly and always ready to lend a hand. Last week, they even collected my mail while I was away on a business trip.
Are neighbors usually close to each other in your country?
It depends on where you live. In urban areas, people tend to keep to themselves. But in smaller towns and suburbs, neighbors often chat over the fence or share things like tools and recipes.
What is your neighborhood like?
It's a quiet, tree-lined suburb with detached houses and well-kept gardens. There's a small park at the end of my street and a cafe where people gather on weekends.
Do you think your neighborhood is a good place for children?
Absolutely. There are safe sidewalks for riding bikes, 2 playgrounds within walking distance, and a community center that runs after-school activities.
How could your neighborhood be improved?
Adding more streetlights on the side roads would make evenings safer, and a few more benches in the park would give families a comfortable place to sit and socialize.
Do you think it is important to have a good relationship with your neighbors?
Definitely. Good neighborly ties build a support network, whether it's borrowing sugar, watching each other's homes, or just having someone to talk to over the fence.
All right, that's the end of today's video. I hope this helped you in your English learning journey. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed it, please like this video and subscribe to English is Easy. And let me know in the comments, which topic should we upload next? Bye!